So the sound thing.
Jorge.
Can you see that? Hi. Welcome to my first seminar in Madison. Really happy that you're here. Can you guys come a little closer? Is that right? Or maybe you can stay. No, it's if you want to stay this way. Just a little. So yeah. This is my first seminar in the US. I'm really excited to do this, and I really love this town, and I decided to do my first seminar here because I love many people in this town. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story and why I became a life coach, and then I would like to hear about yours a little bit, and I'll start to talk about what's in those notebooks. Maybe some of you have had the chance to take a quick look, and maybe you're thinking, what the hell is this? I don't know. So I'm from Barcelona in Spain, the south of Barcelona, and I was a professional racer in motorcycles for 5 years. The first 3 years I was racing while I was studying and working, and the last 2 years I was totally a professional. It went really well. I was twice a Spanish East Conference champion, Spanish vice champion once. I made it to the top 10 in the European Championship, and after my fourth season, everything had gone so quick and so well that I was hired by what was back then considered one of the top teams in the world, basically, the Motorola Honda team. And I had everything to go to the highest level in motorcycle racing, which is the World Championship. I was really ready to go, and everything was ready. But the residuals of this accident, where I injured my lung and my back, were too determined that I couldn't be back on a bike anymore. And I was bedridden for 2 years with quite a lot of pain, and that stopped my career short. And I'm not going to talk about what happened there, but about how I used it. I believe we really can control events in life, and change is going to happen. Change is automatic. Everything is going to change. Our relationships are going to change. Our money situation is going to change. Our lives are going to change, but it is how we interpret and use those changes that are really going to determine if we are successful or not. So back then, at the beginning, of course, I was really frustrated and sad because I basically couldn't move. I had to brush my teeth laying down, had to be in bed most of the time. I couldn't take a shower because I took some showers, for you to know, but I couldn't stand up for more than 2 minutes. It was so painful. And I remember this day when I hit threshold. And by the way, when you hit threshold, I think any human being, when you have enough pain, you can really get lots of drive to move into a new direction. There was this day when I was with these quote-unquote experts, top surgeons in the world, who told me that for the rest of my life I was going to have to be doing physical therapy, living with the pain, and using morphine. And that was a real, coming from these real experts, that was a real tough thing to accept. I was 25, 26 back then, and I couldn't settle for that. So what I started to do was, since I couldn't use basically any muscle in my body, I started to focus on what could I do, and how could I use that, and how could I grow in spite of the pain. And what I did was to use the only muscle that had not been hurt, basically, which was my mind. I started to go out and read books like crazy, and audio tapes. I would read anything from your basic positive thinking to your more exoteric forms of change, when I thought I was so sophisticated. And I started to read all the material from people like Norman Vincent Peale, Napoleon Hill, Deepak Chopra, Anthony Robbins, Wayne Dyer, lots of good teachers. And after reading so many books, I have to tell you, you really don't have to be a genius to find out that people who succeed is not lucky, and they follow into a pattern of doing things and thinking things and taking action. And people who fail also fall into different patterns. And well, I started to see some things in common from the successful people and the people who didn't succeed. So I committed myself to studying success and how to make my life a real extraordinary one. And by success, I don't only mean financial success, which is great. The more money you have, the more you can give. But I meant not only achievement, but also fulfillment, right? And well, I have to tell you, these seeds I planted in my mind completely transformed my life. This was 4 years ago, and now I have these 2 companies. I'm coaching people literally here and in Europe, and my life is I'm still in pain. I mean, I'm much better than I was, but I'm conscious that I abuse my body physically and emotionally to a point where it may leave you some residuals. But I'm so blessed and so happy with the wonderful life I have, and all the love I have in my life, and all the beautiful moments. So now that you know a little bit about my story, I'm really curious to know what made you come here today, if someone dragged you, or if you really wanted to, I don't know something else about life coaching, or does anybody want to know, does anybody want to share what made him or her come today, or what would you expect to get from today's seminar? Yes. Can I have your name, please?
I'm Andrew.
Nice to meet you.
I found there was a flyer basically on my porch.
Yeah, I found one too.
And I kind of thought it was a little bit serendipitous, and I often try to follow those things, and that's why I found it. It was interesting. It's something that I practice in my life, and trying to be a healthy person and live a good life.
Very nice.
And so it was interesting for me to come, and actually I tracked these 2.
Yeah, okay. Well, I really hope you not only have a wonderful time, but I really hope that after these 3 hours that we're going to spend together, that you find some basic tools that can really affect you positively for the rest of your life. I'm here to deliver, and thank you for your trust. It's great. Anybody else? What's your name?
I'm Nancy. I came here because I know Jorge now for several months, and I am completely and totally in awe of the life that he leads and his positive mental attitude. And I just wanted to hear more from him.
Thank you, Nancy. That's beautiful. Yeah, she's actually the reason why I came to Madison. She has been the last doctors of many who, from a non-traditional point of looking at medicine, have really helped me to do a normal life. So I'm so grateful to her, and I thought, why not do my first seminar here in Madison? Yeah. Okay, so who in here is interested, after so many books and so many tapes, and because I'm sure you've heard of these success experts, right, that are out there on TV or something. Who in here is curious to know what was the one single most important distinction that I came across after all this information? And there was one distinction that if I had to give you one distinction tonight, that would be one distinction that can really change your life literally forever. I'm here to tell you it's very complex. It took me many years of study, and I'm going to try and make it simple so that you guys understand. But there's lots of people out there who don't know about this. So who in here is curious to know? You guys curious? Great. Okay, you have to pay a very, very close attention, because again, this is complex. And what I'm thinking, for all of you to see my face, could you really come more close to the center? Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, this is much better. Because I was getting kind of cold, I wanted some. Thank you. So again, this complex distinction that took me so many years of study, that if you apply it after today, I can promise you it has changed the lives of many, and it could change yours as well. So you guys ready? Okay. Pay attention please. So I found my center, right? Found my center. And I went, yes! I know it's complex, I know. I knew it was going to be difficult to understand. I'm going to say it again, in case you guys didn't get it completely. Again, it took me a long time to find out. Many people don't know this. Found my center, right? And I went, yes! Now, who here has a clue what the hell I'm talking about here? Anybody? Nobody? Okay. The first thing was my attitude. Again, as I said, you cannot choose events, but you can change the way you're going to deal with events, the way you're going to address them, what you're going to focus on, right? I could have chosen to focus on my limitations and I would still be miserable, but I didn't. So the first thing is your attitude. And I wanted to do this graphic example because besides the attitude, I started to focus on what was possible, how could I become better psychologically, emotionally, physiologically. And I wanted to do this exercise because physiology is everything. In fact, I want you guys to stand up for a minute and do an exercise with me. It's going to be lots of fun. Everyone. Okay, I want you guys to look up to the ceiling and put a huge smile. You have to put, your neck all the way back and put a huge smile. And then with that huge smile and your muscles relaxed, I want you guys to get, without changing nothing in your physiology, I want you guys to get really depressed. Come on now, quick. Without changing anything. You cannot change your physiology. You have to keep smiling. You can't change your physiology, right? You have to get so depressed you wanna, I don't know. Is that possible? It's not. Because you are sending your brain a completely different message, right? Okay guys, you can relax now. I don't want you to be happy all the time. No, I'm kidding. So, here's the thing. Our physiology is such a key for our wellness that if we take care of that part, everything changes really. So what am I saying? That you have to go out and live your days 24 hours a day like this? Well, yeah. Not 24 hours, but most of the time. At least when you have a problem, if you remember this exercise, if you look up and you put a huge smile, your brain will start to look for answers. You give your brain a different message. Because in fact, if I told you right now that there was this depressed person, totally depressed, who wanted to, kill himself outside the door, how would you picture this person in his physiology? Would his breathing be deep or would his breathing be kind of shallow? Shallow? Very good. How about his posture? Would he be like standing like a marine, or would he be kind of, right? Yeah. How about his movements? Would he be moving quick or kind of, like a 100-year-old? Yeah, so, it's pretty clear that there is a way to create depression in physiological terms, right? Everyone who is really depressed follows a pattern, right? So we start by creating different patterns. It really creates a lasting change. Okay, so let me see my script because I'm okay, great. So I want you guys to choose a partner. 6 people, this is great. 8 people, great. I want you guys to choose a partner. If you're sitting next to someone who's really ugly, I allow you to change and switch and whatever. And I want you guys to tell your partner in 2 minutes why you're here, what would you like to get out of this seminar from this life coach, and tell him. And if you choose a partner who you didn't know before you came, you know someone new, and it should be more fun, but it's really your call. So go. Do I need more time? Was it fun? Okay. Alright, so throughout this journey, which has been hard at times but really beautiful, there are two distinctions that I wish that they were taught in school, really, because they have transformed not only my life but the lives of so many people. And we know a little bit about those, maybe not consciously, but I want to tell you about them, and we're going to do some exercises, and hopefully you'll be able to use them from now on, because they are so powerful. One of them is the power of physiology, and the other one is the power of focus. And both powers have really allowed me to create massive changes in my life, and I've seen it in so many successful people who master these principles. And again, some people do it unconsciously. I'm sure you guys do it at times. So let me find this. The power of focus and the power of physiology. Anybody has a clue what I'm talking about?